Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today we're going to be reviewing a special treat from the UK because I picked this up in the imported section of my local grocery store, and hopefully my UK viewers out there are familiar with this because I have never heard of it before, but we often in the States don't get a lot of UK chocolate unless you find it in those specialty sections. So today I'm going to be trying for the first time Fry's chocolate cream. Now, upon reading the label, it looks like this is a chocolate bar produced by Cadbury out of the UK, and the UK version of Cadbury chocolates is very different than what it is here in the States, and often I prefer it. But let's take a look at this. Now, this says it's a chocolate with a fondant center. When we look at the ingredients, it says sugar, cocoa mass, glucose syrup, humectant, which is glycerol, palm oil, cocoa butter, emulsifiers, and flavorings. Now, for some reason, I was under the impression that the center of this was coconut. Now, I don't know if for the longest time when I looked at this, I thought it said Fry's coconut cream, but I was completely wrong. So I'm not really expecting anything out of this in terms of, like, knowing what I'm getting myself into, because apparently my thoughts about this chocolate bar were wrong the whole time. Now, it does look like, yep, and I'm right based on the picture, it says it is a rich dark chocolate with a smooth fondant center. Now, I want to hope I'm surprised by this chocolate bar because packaging-wise, I don't know if this is going to come across correctly, but it looks very old school, right? Like, this looks like a packaging of a chocolate bar that was produced back in like the mid-1900s, and I don't say that meanly. It just looks traditional. And as I'm reading this, it says it has been around since 1761. So I'm not wrong about that. And I didn't notice that at first, but see, the packaging on this, I don't know if it'll come across on camera, but there's like words under and around like the Fry's chocolate cream that you can kind of see, which I didn't really notice until now. But enough about the packaging. You guys are probably wondering what this candy bar tastes like, and well, so am I. So let's open it up. Now, mine looks like it did snap in half at some point, but it also looks like it comes in individual, like, squares. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to probably have the whole chocolate bar in one sitting, so I don't care so much about cutting it off. Let's see how this tastes. Now, I'm normally not a big fan of dark chocolate. I think it's very bitter. This does, though, look like it's maybe only 52% dark chocolate. Each bar is 480 kcals, 13 grams of fat, 65 grams of sugar. That's a little high. But you can smell the dark chocolate coming off this immediately. So let's take a bite. That's different. That's very different. I like it. So, what's interesting about this and this is probably going to sound weird to say, but when you initially bite into it, you get a nice dark chocolate flavoring to it. It's not overly bitter, but you can tell it's dark chocolate. But then as you get into the fondant center, it's true what it says. It's a very smooth center that really balances out the dark chocolate. And oddly enough, it almost tastes like minty. And that balances with the chocolate bar very well. I don't know why it took me so long to try this, Because I had seen it at the store for a while, and I just never picked it up because it didn't seem like something I would like. But the dark chocolate mixed with that smooth fondant center that, like I said, adds a little bit of a mintiness. I'm all for. This is delicious. Again, UK chocolate is very different than what we have here stateside in terms of quality and overall chocolate taste. I prefer it after having it. Fry's chocolate cream, I can see why you've been around since the 1700s. This chocolate bar is fantastic. I definitely recommend it. Even to people who aren't necessarily big fans of dark chocolate like myself, when you have this, that fondant center really, really dramatically changes the flavor and that bitterness of the dark chocolate that makes it super tolerable. And it's sweet. It's smooth like it claims to be. Overall, this is just a fantastic chocolate bar. Like I said, I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I'd give this like a 7.5 out of 10. And I know I'm like talking it up here only to give it that low of a rating, but that's decent enough, especially going in here with no expectations. Fry's chocolate cream is definitely something I will probably pick up in the future. It is fantastic. It's very smooth. It adds such a creamy flavoring to it. I like it. Great chocolate bar. Check this one out. If you guys have had Fry's chocolate cream before, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you think of it? Do you have any other UK chocolates that you would recommend? I am pleasantly surprised by this one. What a great start to the Sunday. I got WrestleMania Night 2 to watch tonight. And I'm going to make some brisket. Awesome chocolate bar. Fry's, Cadbury, keep it up. I will be buying this again. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Bye.